Hello everyone. Today topic will be um, create a, a React custom hook. And recently I need to create some hooks that to detect the size of a window, and typically for me uh, to develop a responsive web app that fits into all different kinds of size of the mobile devices, also iPad as well. So mobile, iPad, and our web. So the most things that I need to do is uh, important for me is the triggering, what current size is, and a given a proper UI to allocate the screen. So and there's a lot of online libraries, right? They do provide it, this type of services. For example, like Material UI, right? And then you have the boxes, you have the material UI query string. Then you can detect the size of the window. Also, the media query, of course, is going to be another very good one. Is using the sheet and then do the responsible web and detect the trigger point. But we are at the React application, so easiest for us to do just to custom hooks, so that really actually detect the size of the window, and through the window dot in the width and in the height, right? That event to check that. So this is will be the outcome of what I'm using the React hook uh, window dot in the width and in the height to crunch out our own very own, the custom hooks that resizing, uh, the window size. So this will be the demo. Did you see that? Did you see the demo? The yellow pieces is actually the size of the box, and the number will be actually the width and height. So that be fetched dynamically from the window event, right? If you again, so this could be very useful to your current application if you wanted to do the responsible. Also, this could be very useful for your future application as well, and it's great use hook. So far, if you still like it, move on. Just follow me to build this, uh, hook life. Um, all right. Okay, so let's just quickly jump on that. I've already created the application name. Sorry, it's application. This is the use hook name. So we will just go from here. Okay. So I just start to bringing the React library, right? And I'm gonna export and create a constant just to follow the name. So string sizing, right? And this will be using the fit arrow function call. Okay. From here, then I needed to few things gonna happen here. What I'm thinking is that I need to initiating the data, initial data. Okay, and then I will define probably use state. So that use state data, right? So and then here, and that will be the main pieces will be use effect. So that will be triggering entire process as soon as this component has been triggered. Okay, at the end, I like to do return the use state data, use state. Okay, so I'm gonna build this first. What I want to return, I try to return a object instead of a single value. So what I would say, this is a screen width, like also call it the screen height. Okay, is my returning object, right? And then this is a typical use hooks like format. What you will do is you always needs to define screen width, set screen width. You define the use state, React use state right here. Use state, okay. So of course, you're gonna bring in the height, define the height. From here will be different height as well. And the reason why the initial data, because this is what I'm thinking. Okay, once you open up the page, application needs to know what current size is. If you give a empty, that means is they don't know. So that's why I was thinking, better just why I'm not defining a initial data for which initial size of the let's say current, the screen size, right? Initial size, let's say, and I give it a width. So this word will be figured out, find it from the window width, right? That global variable, Windows height in height, right? This is what I'm thinking. Give it initial data, so I will bring in initial data right here. Initial. Oh my god, the VS Code is not responding good. Initial initial size. Code is not responding very well to that. Maybe it's, and also here will be initial. Oh, that was a reason. That's why. That's right. Okay, height. So then I bring in initial data. So this will be given the data initially. As soon as that this use hooks is rendered, right? Being triggered. Okay. Then from here, and I'll bring in use effect pattern like that. Don't forget to give an empty array. Just don't want it system trigger frequently, right? Every time pages run is run, right? Okay, instead of the user effect, what I was thinking, most importantly, I will bring in the Windows add event right here. And here in the return, I'm going to clean the event. So which is mean I need to do this. Whatever the event is. So what we'll do event right here, events called add event listening, right? Listener. So what I would give in is called resize, right? And then I would give in a function called handler. Okay, I will do the handler right here, and immediately I will clean up the event. This event called the remove event listener right here. Resize, and also handle as well. So this is will be satisfy, the memory use. And on top of that, I will be handler function, right? And I'll create a function called handler right here. So this is actually do the actual job, which is as soon as I detect the the size change, this is what we do, which is ready just to use stay right here. And I set screen width, with the window dot inner width. Okay, same thing. Set screen height. Yes, thank you. VS Code height. Come on. Yes. Okay, great. So basically, just a couple of minutes, we already create a traditionally the React customer user hook. So that monitoring, the the Windows event, the sizing event, right? So basically, I'm gonna recap the entire process logic will be, and the use hook will return two things, width and height, right? And this will be defined inside of the use state. Okay, but initially we'll bring in the initial data as soon as the window is open, initial width and initial height right there, and then we'll be executing a use effect a hook, right? So this use effect hook will every time this component is triggered, right? First things will run that. Okay, first event will be run is the trigger the add event listener, right? It will create an event listener, listening the the resizing, and a handler, right, will see if there's any changes made, right? It will be execute this function is called a handler will set the width and set the height, right? So now this is the two parameter is set, right? And then the use state information will be data will be changed as well. So this data will be returned. So this is actually is the use hook, is this format very traditional use hook as well. So you always need to define use effect, and always you need to define the user state, and then bring in the state that return the information back to the whatever the component, whatever who's called. In order to show you how to use it, I think this is very easy. I'm going to put this side by side. Okay, then you can quickly see it. So basically any application, any component, what you would do is that you really just bring in the user screen size, which is the hook right here, and then the deconstructing, yeah, that this two variable right here, screen height, screen width, right there, right, deconstruct. As soon as this done, right, let me just show you. Yeah, as soon as you do this, then you'll be referencing automatically. Yeah, as soon as you define it, you can using throughout your application anywhere. So for my case, right, and I would just define a div where given a height and a width dynamically, right? And also use this as a flex box, which is I can centering the two the variable right in the middle, right? And I define another div right inside of that, and this will be set width and height of that. And when you move around your resizing your window, the number will be detected seamlessly, automatically. Yeah, this is very useful. Again, as I said, this user screen hook can be used anywhere throughout the application. This application also data application as well. And all you need is just you know just referencing to your customer hooks somewhere inside of your application. Okay, if you watched this video so far, that means you're interested. Thank you for watching, and happy coding. And we'll see you next round. Bye.